Hey everyone, welcome to day 9 of the Financial Consciousness series. Wow, we are almost to the finish line. What an experience. Thank you so much for joining me live today. I'm going to be going into, so today's live is about, are you too smart to be rich? And how your intelligence might be limiting you in making more monies. So I'm also on live on Instagram. On Instagram, I have the slides that I'm going to be sharing. If you can't see it or you have to go, don't worry, replays will be available. So you can access the replay tomorrow. So I'm going to share my slides now. Right? I used to get that a lot. Like you're too smart for your own good. Oops. All right. So I discovered this concept because a lot of my clients, as you all know, I'm a hypnotherapist, done over 400 sessions. And my clients are really, really smart people. A lot of them are neurodivergent. Also, a lot are overthinkers. They're highly, highly analytical. So, and that's important too as a hypnotherapist to realize that your clients are really analytical. That's why the method of hypnotherapy that I do is ideal for neurodivergent people and highly analytical people, because these type of individuals, is difficult to actually hypnotize them. Anyone can be hypnotized, but it's more difficult to hypnotize analytical people, because you're gonna say just relax and do this, and they're like, are you sure? Like, you're gonna overthink. You're gonna be thinking about everything that I'm saying to you. So it's important so I've worked with really highly analytical people and people with high IQ. So this has been limiting too when they're in the middle of a launch or when they're trying to launch a business, because they may have come from backgrounds where their intelligence was rewarded, but in business, investing, things like that, intelligence oftentimes takes a back seat. And so I'm going to go through like 6 reasons why or how intelligence has limited you and your income, so then you can identify if you're doing this and start to work on it yourself. So there's a Nobel Prize-winning economist, James Heckman. So he actually says that personality plays a much bigger role in separating those with low to high income. So it's not, so everything that, you could have been a straight A student, you could have done all these things, especially now that I am in a Ph.D. program. A lot of my classmates don't have a lot of money. Very, very smart people, but don't send them any Venmo requests. Okay. So intelligence really does not help you or guarantee a high income. Sometimes it might guarantee a middle class income or a lower income because of these things that I'm going to get into. So in fact, James actually says that the most important aspect, personality actually plays a better role in determining whether someone is going to be rich and successful. So financial success was actually correlated with conscientiousness, right? And it's marked by diligence, perseverance, and self-discipline. So conscientiousness is a combination of diligence, perseverance, and self-discipline. So these are actually the things that help you become rich. So the conscientiousness, like identifying issues and problems and developing a solution and sharing that you have this solution and charging for it. So that's oftentimes like in business. So, and oftentimes people with high intelligence often go to work for people that have that conscientiousness. So you see, like, especially me as someone that owns a business, I hire people that are smarter than me. I always hire people that are smarter than me. And so that's what a lot of business owners do. And so hiring these highly intelligent people who don't really care to be rich or want to be rich will help you in your business. But if you're someone that does want to be rich, you need to start to take a look at that. Exactly. A students working for... Hey, I was an A student, though. I was the A student. I was an A student, but yeah, A students basically working for C students. And then sometimes, so let's go into like just some points, because I want you to be able to look at these points and take... All right, yeah, I'm just kidding with you. Yeah, but it's like I noticed that I was doing that. And when I was in sales, oh my gosh, even when I was in college, I worked for Zara as a cashier manager. And I did not like the way that things were working. They had old cash register system, and it was just so difficult. And then we also, to train people, it was difficult. We didn't have a training manual. So me and my little like my biopsych self, I'm really good at taking notes and creating systems. That's how we study. So I ended up creating a training manual. But I was just focused on making my life easier, and I hated repeating things that I didn't think to go to the head office to be like, hey, I will develop our training manual, pay me extra. So I developed the training program literally for free, or for what I was getting paid as a cashier for this multi-million-dollar company. I was too smart for my own good. And so I remember going back there like after graduation, and they were pull something out, and I noticed like my handwriting. They printed copies of the manual I created for them. That was a big lesson. I was like, my mind can really make me money. And so I went into research. And so as in scientific writing. So when I graduated, I went directly into research. And so in research, I worked really hard. I made sure the experiments, everything, the documentation was on point. But then when it came time for me to get my raise, they said I would have to wait another year for my raise. And so mind you, I'm like 21, 22. And I was like, what? No, like I worked so hard. But because I didn't invite like my boss to my my housewarming, she was mad at me. And so she didn't give me a good review, and so I didn't get my raise. And I said, I don't like this. I don't like the way this is structured. So I left, and I went to work with a family friend, an uncle, and he told me I should go into business. So I didn't know what business was, because my background is just science, just school, science. And so I Googled business, and I discovered sales. And so that's how I got into sales. And so with sales, my intelligence helped me create systems to make it easier for me to close deals. But what really helped me make money in sales was the conscientiousness, staying focused. And so I have my own little book of business, right? If your raise is overdue, it's time to give it to yourself. All right, so let me get into the slides. So that's just my background as a smart person, and how it can limit you. You probably might recognize the story in yourself. So smart people oftentimes devalue other skills like relationship building and over concentrate on intellect. So when you are starting your business, I have a lot of coaches following me. if you're a highly intelligent person, you're focused on the methods, you're focused on the processes, you're focused on learning as much as you can about coaching, as much as you can about the industry that you're in, as much as you can about the market. If you're a trader, you're probably interested in taking as many trading courses as you can to learn about trading. If you're in sales, you're probably focused on learning about the company product and all this. You're focused on learning so much about the product that it doesn't really help with your performance. It doesn't really help with the client attraction. It doesn't really help with getting your client's transformation, getting those sales, building that rapport that get you that sale, building that rapport that attract those clients to you. So oftentimes you focus on learning more for our business, so we end up just stuck in learning mode because but the thing is, when you start a business, you don't really get a grade, you make money. So no one's going to come to me and be like, wow, Juliet, you know the entire history of hypnotherapy. I'm going to book with you. No, I've never gotten clients based on the fact I know the history of hypnotherapy. I've gotten clients based on the fact that I know how to get them from A to B, where they are to where they want to be. And so that's really it. So if you are now someone that's starting your business or in the middle of your business and you're looking at your bank and it's small, you're like, I don't like what's there. I don't like this. You need to take your head out the books. You need to get out there to talk to your clients or share all that information and knowledge that you took that time to learn. That's what I started doing. What helped me start to get out of that learning mode, because I will bury my head in books, is sharing. As soon as I learn something, I share with y'all. As soon as I get a client, a transformation, I share with y'all. That's why my content hits, because I only share things that I learned that worked. So that's how I got around just focusing on learning aspect. So another thing that can limit you as a smart person is teamwork can be so frustrating. Hiring people can be super frustrating. Delegating can be super frustrating because you think about your process, you have your particular process, and you learn all these things, but since in the past, like maybe in high school or in school, you may have been the person that carried the group in the group projects. Am I right? You carried the group in group projects. So now as an adult, you're carrying your business. But here's the thing, your business is not a group project. You aren't going to get a grade. Your business is about revenue and supporting your life. So in order to have the life you want, you have to give up control. You're going to have to delegate. You're going to have to act as a team. You're the team manager now, not just the person that carries the team. You have to let go of control. So oftentimes, as a smart person, we have to let go of that control in order for you to let in flow. You can't be in control and also in flow. You got to pick one. You have to pick one. So it's like, I can't show up here and be like, hey, I'm in flow, and my shoulders are up to my neck. Like, girl, you don't look like you in flow. Like, no, I'm in flow. So it's like you have to let go. And so oftentimes as a smart person, we don't like to do that. So that's something that's number 2 that you need to work on. All right, number 3. So smart people often attach a lot of their self-esteem to being smart, which can decrease their resilience and lead to avoidance. And so, by the way, just to make sure I give credit where credit's due, all this information is from Harvard Review on leadership and wealth. So this is where I'm getting my the statistics and the details and everything is from the Harvard Review Board. So smart people often attach a lot of their self-esteem to being smart. So this actually reduces or decreases your resilience. Yeah, your intelligence actually reduces your resilience because you're so used to getting good grades. You're so used to things going your way in school and everything else, getting those awards, that you never really failed, right? So when you start your business and you realize that your intelligence isn't going to actually bring you your revenue, you focus on things where your intelligence will help you in some way. And when you do that, you're avoiding the things that actually will make you money because you don't have that high tolerance for failure. You need to build your tolerance for failure because failure is a part of success. It's not failing or succeeding. You fail your way to success. You have to shift it. You have to fail your way to success. That's how it happens. It's a part of it. You can't avoid it. So just lean into it. Look forward to it because when you fail, you're just getting closer to success. And so you need to build that tolerance for failure. Oh, I'm so glad. Thank you. And, oh, hi. So when I have the sun in my eyes too, so I can't really see comments, but I'll always after I go through the slides, I'll come back. I'll circle back to answer any questions. So if you want to wait and you have questions, I will make time to answer them. I won't hop off. And I charge my iPad and my phone, so it won't turn off this time. And so when you attach your self-esteem to that, you need to detach or you need to build your tolerance for failure. And so that will really, really help you as a smart person start to make more money because you're going to start to focus on the money-making activities versus the activities that make you look smart. I could spend my time just posting on Instagram tips, tricks, everything I learned. But that's not really what's going to bring in clients. They're just going to be like, wow, she's smart. Anyway, No, so I focus on content, that doesn't just show that I know my stuff, but I know how to help you get to where you want to be. I know how to solve your problem because I'm smart, but because I'm also active. Little baby, get active. Okay, sorry. I drank coffee right before this, so I will go on a tangent sometimes. But that's why I have these slides to keep me on track. It feels like Friday, no? All right, so then the next slide is the next one. I'm on number 4, I believe. Yeah, 4. So the next one, this is also for my neurodivergent peeps. And smart people get bored easily. So my background in sales is working with tech startups. And then I started to work with business funding startups. And then I worked with small business owners at Groupon. So I had small businesses that had multiple locations. So the business owners were literally millionaires, multi-millionaires, but they had boring jobs, boring businesses. And then even if they did have an interesting business, they had the same business. So one thing that I saw when I was starting my business, everyone's like, do one product for 1 year. And I was like, no, one product, one service, me, just one. Like, I couldn't even imagine that. And I just thought, I was like, what do you want me to do? I was just going to move to the desert and stay there. Because that was dryness to me. It was just dry. So if you're smart and you do get bored easily, it's important to hire that team. It's important to have that support because your team is going to manage the boring aspects the parts of your business that are boring to you, but are key to your success. Sales funnels, making sure the webinar sequence is set up, making sure emails are the attention span of a goldfish. Like, that can really impact the amount of money that you make. Especially at clients that work in finance, like you have to do the boring stuff. So a way to get around this, I don't want you to feel like you have to change your personality, because I sure did not change my personality. I have multiple products and services, and I don't plan my business stuff. Like for business planning, I do it like on 30 to 60 day basis, because sometimes I'm like, actually, I want to focus on this or launch this. So it's fine. So if you get bored easily, if you know that you're highly intelligent or neurodivergent and you get bored easily, it's very, very important that you hire people and start to work with people to support you in that capacity. Because it's very important that you stick to certain things and have certain systems and do the boring stuff so you can get the money to entertain yourself. Because the boring stuff leads to the money that leads to the finances to entertainment. So understanding that and being okay with that, and allowing yourself that, and not trying to change yourself to work your business, but versus customizing your business to work for you and your personality. So now that you know that, and you know that you need to do these things, you think of who you need to tap or ask for assistance to help you do these things. And number 5, smart people get bored. I don't know whether to be proud of never getting bored or offended because of no. No, that doesn't mean that you're stupid. Maybe you just have an interesting life. Or you have a hi Texas, or maybe you have a fun business, oh my gosh, you're gonna make me crack up. Okay, so the smart person might attack each situation by trying to think it to death. Like, you think every problem has a solution by thinking. Like, you can't think yourself to healing. It's something that I had to learn. Like, I thought if I learned, yes, I'll post this replay on YouTube. They'll be posting it tomorrow. All the replays will be available so this is day 9. Tomorrow's the last day. So all 10 videos will be available on the YouTube playlist. So when smart people come up against a problem, they think the solution has to do with them thinking, or thinking of different ways and outcomes, and just ruminating, analyzing different outcomes, mapping it out. It's like that meme from Always Sunny in Philadelphia, where he has like the map of everything and the yarn, the lines drawn, and the thumbtacks, and you're just like, yeah, this is what you need to do. When literally all he might have had to done was send an email, or just go directly there, or fly to the place. Sometimes the solution doesn't come with thinking, it comes with doing. And so in business, this is oftentimes the case. Like, if you don't have clients, sitting down and ruminating on different ways to get clients, reading articles about different ways to get clients, doing all this, when you could really just set up some Facebook ads, or you could really just go and network, or you could really just go live. And that's how you would get clients. Like, out thinking, like trying to overthink all of these things, oftentimes leave you in this frozen state. So with smart people, we tend to overthink and overanalyze, which leads us to limiting our success. So that's probably why. And then if you trade, then overthinking and overanalyzing really is going to leave you broke, because you have to act fast. And oftentimes too in business, you have to act fast. It's better that you act fast. And I know people that spent a year planning their product launch, and by the time they came to launch, somebody else launched their idea that they put together in 30 days. So in business and everything, in finance, action and speed versus overthinking oftentimes gets you that revenue and get you the funds. The universe loves speed, right? Aligned action. So now how do you overcome this? So basically take stock and notice if you have any of these traits or you've come up against any of these blocks, right? And start to work on them. And the easiest method, you don't actually have to overthink it, is hypnosis. The group hypnosis that I have this weekend, we are focusing on addressing these particular blocks for finances, right? And teaching you how to tap into your universal intelligence. Universal intelligence makes it, for me as someone that used to overthink a lot, still does actually, but someone that overthinks, as someone that does like to analyze the different outcomes, with universal intelligence, you're able to see all those outcomes come up at once, and then you're able to pick one. And you often do this a dozen times, and it turns into a stronger level of intuition. So it's like people ask me, so like, how did you know that would work? I said I tried the other methods already in my mind. And they're like, what? What do you mean? Like, I'll see different things or different strategies already come up in my mind with hypnosis, and then I pick the one that I believe that I see has the best outcome. It's already happened. So you know that saying, everything happens twice, once in the mind and then in outside of it, right? So with hypnosis, you're able to address these blocks and then tap into this universal intelligence so that you can make these faster and aligned decisions. Because I don't want you all to be like, okay, Juliet says stop overthinking, and then you just like take random risks and then come to me like, my money's gone now. Why did you tell me to do that? I'm like, I didn't tell you to do all that. I didn't tell you I told you to look at, like, to act fast, but tap into your universal intelligence. Yes, there are spots still open for the group hypnosis this weekend. If you click the link in my bio, it's called Flip the Switch. It's the second button, and you can click there and be taken to the sign up page and read all about it and see the bonuses and the different things and information to join. It's going to be Saturday and Sunday from 1 o'clock to 2:30, 2 days. And then we're going to follow up on Monday and Wednesday. Those are the bonuses. Woke and Wealthy. Woke and Wealthy is going to be like the actual hypnosis activation and alignment for wealth. Because a lot of people go and try to do money attraction hypnosis and do all this stuff without clearing your subconscious mind and your unconscious body. So this weekend is about clearing that financial trauma and those limitations, so you can actually install the new paradigm and new reality and belief systems so that you can move forward. Because essentially you're coming in and trying to make your bed when you still have the laundry on it, you know? You need to put away the laundry, clean up the room, wash the sheets, and then make your bed. And so that is it for today's live. Hopefully I gave you some things to think about, to see like, if you are highly intelligent, how you might have been limiting your wealth and how you can get around that. And if you're just joining, this replay will be available tomorrow on YouTube. Thank you so much for joining me live today. All right, I'll see you all tomorrow on the last day. Bye. Oh, did you have any questions? Sorry. Whoops, I already closed out of TikTok. Did anyone have any questions? No? Okay. All right, you're so welcome. All right, bye everyone.